Enki from Sumerian. In ancient Sumer, before kings and empires, lived Enki, the god of water, wisdom, and creation, the protector of humankind. But one day, the great god Enlil grew angry at humans. They had become too noisy, disturbing the peace of heaven. Enlil decided to erase them all with a great flood. The gods swore to keep the plan secret, but Enki, kind and clever, could not let his creation die. He whispered through the walls of a reed hut to a man named Zeusudra, aka Atrahasis. Build a great boat, gather your family and the seed of every creature. A flood is coming. When the skies broke open and the world drowned, it was Enki's wisdom that kept life afloat. After 7 days, the storm ended. Humanity survived. Lug from Celtic. Long ago, Ireland was ruled by giant beings called the Fomorians, led by their king, Balor of the Evil Eye. Balor had one terrible eye that could kill anyone it looked upon. Under his rule, nothing grew, the seas turned cold, and the people lost all hope. But destiny had a plan. A child was born, Lugh, son of a god and grandson of Balor himself. When the gods of light, the Tuatha De Danann, were losing their war against Balor's army, Lugh stepped forward and said, "Let me fight, I will end this darkness." In the great battle of Mag Tuired, Balor opened his deadly eye to destroy Lugh. But before the curse could strike, Lugh raised his sling, launched a shining stone, and hit Balor's eye. The giant fell and the shadow over the world was broken. From that day on, Lugh was known as the God of Light, the one who saved Ireland and the world from endless night. Perrin from Slavic. Long ago the heavens shook under the rule of Perun, god of thunder and justice. From his chariot of storms he guarded the world with his blazing axe, the weapon of lightning. But deep beneath the earth lived Veles, the serpent god of chaos and the underworld. Jealous of Perun's power, Veles rose from the roots of the world tree, stealing Perun's cattle and treasures, even his wife, bringing disorder to the world above. Furious, Perun roared across the skies, chasing Veles through forests, rivers, and mountains. The storm itself was their war. Light against darkness, order against chaos. At last Perun's strike hit true. The serpent fell back into the shadows and rain poured from the heavens, washing away evil and restoring life to the land. In doing so, Perun saved humanity. He rebalanced nature. Obatala from African. In the beginning there was only sky and endless water. The supreme creator Olodumare chose Obatala, the god of wisdom and purity, to bring life to the world. Obatala gathered the holy items needed for his divine mission: a golden chain to descend from the heavens, a snail shell filled with sacred sand, a white hen to spread the soil, a palm nut to plant the first life, and a small bag of power blessed by Olodumare. He poured the sand upon the sea, the hen spread it wide, and the first land was formed. Mountains rose, rivers flowed, and forests bloomed. Then, from the fresh clay of the earth, Obatala shaped the first humans. At last, Olodumare breathed life into the clay figures. Humanity stood upon the earth, walking, speaking, dreaming, and thus Obatala saved humanity. Marduk from Mesopotamian. In the beginning, the universe was pure chaos. From the dark waters rose Tiamat, the ancient dragon goddess whose storms threatened to erase all creation. The younger gods were helpless until Marduk, the god of storms, stepped forward. He agreed to fight Tiamat on one condition. If he won, he would become king of all gods. Marduk rode the winds with his bow and lightning. Tiamat rose like a colossal storm, but he trapped her with his winds, caught her in his net, and struck her heart with a divine arrow. Chaos fell. Marduk then split Tiamat's body in two. From one half he made the sky, and from the other, the earth. Rivers, mountains, and the world took shape. Finally, he created humans to help maintain the order he built. And thus, Marduk saved humanity. Ahura Mazda from Persian. In the beginning, there was only light and darkness. Ahura Mazda, the god of wisdom and truth, shone with eternal light. Opposing him was Angra Mainyu, spirit of chaos and lies. Ahura Mazda created the world, the sky, the earth, the waters, all that was good. But Angra Mainyu attacked, bringing darkness and destruction to every corner of creation. The two forces clashed. Ahura Mazda did not fight with weapons. He fought with light, order, and truth itself. And to protect the world, he gave humans a sacred gift: free will, the power to choose good over evil. With this, humanity could stand against the darkness. Even if evil rises, Ahura Mazda's light endures. Itzamna from Mayan. In the ancient beginning, when the world was still silent and unshaped, Itzamna, the great sky lord of the Maya, descended from the heavens. He was the old god of wisdom, the one who knew the secrets of earth, sky, and time. The world existed, but people lived in confusion and darkness. They did not understand the seasons, did not know how to heal, and could not record the stories of their ancestors. Seeing this, Itzamna chose to save humanity not with weapons, but with knowledge. Itzamna taught humans writing, so they could remember their history. He gave them the calendar, so they could follow the sun and plant their crops in harmony with time. With his gifts, the people learned to survive droughts, heal the sick, and build the great cities of the Maya. Thus, Itzamna saved humanity. Viracocha from Incan. In the beginning, there was only boundless darkness and water, the void of nothingness. From the depths of the sacred waters of Lake Titicaca rose Viracocha, ancient, mysterious, the first being. With his divine will, he shaped the world. He separated sky from earth, sculpted mountains, carved rivers, and called forth the sun, moon, and stars. Light returned to darkness, and the sky and land came into being. Then Viracocha molded the first beings from stone, in an age of giants. But when those giants proved corrupt and destructive, he changed his mind. He caused a great deluge to sweep them away, and their stone bodies returned to rock as a lesson of his power. After the deluge, Viracocha molded a new race of humans, finer, humble, and mortal, breathing life into clay-like forms across the lands. With great compassion, he taught these first humans the ways of civilization, how to tend the land, grow crops, raise animals, build shelter, and live in community. He guided them to worship the sun, respect the earth, and bring order to the world. When his work was done, Viracocha walked away, across the waters into the western horizon, promising that though unseen, he would always watch over his creation and return when needed. And that wraps up part 2 of our mythological saviors. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, make sure you check it out. It's packed with incredible stories you don't want to miss. Tell me in the comments which savior or mythology you want in the next chapter. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a like. It really supports the channel. See you in the next story.